I want to jam to this joint.
Hey. Another Thursday night. Conversations with Whitney, Treasure, and Dwayne. We in the building tonight, y'all. Another episode of Conversations with us. It ain't just Whitney and Dwayne no more. It's Whitney, Treasure.
Hey, y'all.
A.K.A. Trey. And your boy D. Graham. Dwayne is in the building. We're going to have some great conversation tonight. It is episode 46.
Episode 46.
Yes, episode 46 is live and kicking. Tune in tonight. We want to make sure you guys have a conversation with us. Please call in tonight. We want to have a great dialogue, a great interactive conversation with you guys. We got a great topic of conversation. We're excited about it. Whit, how you doing today? We are on our 46th episode. What's going on with you today?
I'm feeling good. Thank you for everyone who has supported us on this journey, and you're journeying with us. I'm just excited to be here another night.
Yeah.
Another night. Episode 46.
Yeah.
Oh, God is good. God is good.
Yeah.
Trey, what's up over there, Trey?
Good stuff.
How you feeling? What number show is this for you?
This is number 5 for me.
Number 5?
Number 5.
Time just flies.
Yes, it does.
Ooh, welcome to the show.
Glad to be here.
Welcome to be a part of the cast, the crew. Yeah, we're going to have a great conversation,
Goodness gracious. Time flies. Like, if you're not on it, you're going to miss it. You know what I mean? You're going to miss it. You're going to miss it. You got to be on. You got to be on it. I can't believe episode 5 and we're episode 46. So I'm so excited. We have a great topic for you guys this evening. Thank you for just journeying with us, joining us. Let's give them the number early on in the show.
914-968-6499. Once again, it's 914-968-6499 or 718-705-4959. Those are the call-in numbers. Please give us a call tonight, man. We want to have some conversation. Sometimes we get so engulfed in the conversation. It gets so passionate. It gets so deep. You know, the energy just be flowing in here that, you know, we be forgetting that we be trying to have conversation with y'all because we be enjoying the conversation we having with each other. But we want to hear from you guys tonight, man. So please give us a call if the conversation speaks to what you have been through, maybe what you may be even going through right now. Call in. You might hear a perspective that might give you something that can order your steps into a new path and send you off experiencing a new vibe, a new energy, man, and make some better decisions if you don't feel like, you know, if you're not really feeling yourself or feeling whoever it is you're around right now.
Treasure's not a special guest. She is permanent. She's permanent.
Oh, did I say that?
No, the only reason I'm looking at it. Cruz, let's change. Can we change that?
Okay.
Because she's involved, right?
I am what is going on, what's going on correspondent.
Yeah. All right. Meeting the authentic you. Thank you so much. You know, that's the inspiration for our podcast. The book is still available.
Yes, it is.
Inspirational messages to help you meet you. Get your copy now. It's available.
Yeah.
Wherever books are sold, you can get this, okay?
It's a good read, too.
It's a good read. It's an easy read. We didn't, bombard you with all these complex sentences and stuff like that. It's easy to read, but it will speak to your soul, speak to your spirit, and make you get up out of whatever it is that you are trying to stay in or was trying to keep you there. So get the book.
Yes.
Meeting the authentic you.
Yes, please.
Conversations with Whitney and Dwayne. And then I'm so excited because we have our second book together that we co-authored together. Don't Drop Out on You.
Woo! It's a bomb. I'm telling y'all. Y'all better make sure y'all get the copy of this book. It's going to be such a blessing to you, man, to encourage you.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, please.
What is the book going to be about?
Oh, it's a combination, a compilation, right? Mm-hmm. Of transformative, engaging, thought-provoking pieces that Whit and I put together that are designed to help people not drop out on themselves, to help people look at where they are and envision a newer reality, a better reality for themselves, and to get up, to just get back up. Because a lot of people are experiencing a lot of sadness, a lot of frustration, just going through a wide range of different emotions. And we believe that we got some stuff inside of this book right here that will really help somebody. Even if it's just one. Of course, we want millions, right? But even if it's just one, we believe that one person is going to be transformed as a result of this book right here. Don't drop out on you. So the book is basically designed to help you get up. Don't drop out.
So
Don't
it's
drop
inspirational.
out.
Yeah, we have activities in this book for people to take that journey and also to do the work. Because I feel like you can't just, at this point, when we are wanting people to be inspired, we want people to heal, we want people to transform, they have to do the work. So this book gives them work to do. So you're not just reading.
So it's a handbook.
It's a handbook. I like that. It's a workbook. You're going to work through on not dropping out on you.
Yes. Yes.
I like it.
Yeah. So I'm excited about it. I just sent the finishing email. So let's see. We're in March. We're in Manifest month. Watch It Manifest month. So it's going to manifest by the end of this month.
And I can't wait.
I'm claiming it. I'm excited about it. So that's it. Don't drop out on you. Don't throw in the white towel.
Treasure, you said something. You said it's an inspirational, right? And it is inspirational, right? But one of the words that Whitney and I have been kind of overemphasizing lately is transformation, right? Because inspiration can be for a period of time,
temporary.
Right? You feel it for the moment, and then something else happens, and now you just kind of lose that inspiration until somebody else comes along and gives you another dose of inspiration, and now you're inspired all over again, which is important. We're not shooting, we're not busting a gun, so to speak, at inspiration or people who are inspirational, because I do identify myself as that at times as well. But transformation, though. That even when the inspiration isn't there, you're still transforming. That is what this book is also designed to do. It is to also help you continue to transform. Because sometimes getting back up, it's work. It's a lot of work. And sometimes you don't always feel inspired
you don't feel like
to get up. You know what I mean? Like, especially when you got, we have people who allow us to play the victim and stay the victim. And we get the attention of the victim, so we don't have to do no work. So transformation, this book, we want to encourage you to be transformed by the exercises in this book. That's also a workbook with these questions that we want to see you guys engage, and then we want to have conversations with you guys. We want to utilize the show for you guys to call in and talk about how this book is affecting you, transforming you, whatever it is that you may be experiencing. For the people who do feel like I need to get a copy of that book because I want to support them with their second book. So transformation more so than inspiration for this particular book here.
Yeah. And what I really like about it is that you're having people to do the work, because when you do the work and you're doing the handbook, using the handbook of it, you are hopefully going to transform, and
you appreciate it more. You work hard for something, you don't want to keep it. You know what I mean? If I work hard for it, I'm going to make sure I take care of it. And I keep what I'm working hard for, and I steward over it properly. So thank you, Treasure. Can we get some sound effects?
Yeah, I got you.
You got okay.
All
right.
There we go.
Thank you.
There we go.
All right.
Applause.
So,
great questions. And we got to give them.
We got a whole bunch of sound effects going on tonight. Okay. But I need to tell everyone about.
Come on, wait. Give it to them.
We got the Go Get It coming up. We got the Go Get It Women's Empowerment Conference coming up, the 4th annual. I am so excited. The theme is breakthrough. Breakthrough.
Yeah.
Whatever you need to break through in order to become the best you, the transformative you, the healed you, the love you, whatever it is.
I like that,
sometimes we gotta break through. I mean, you have to fight to break through. You gotta fight with yourselves, and God will break us so we can break through, right? Yeah. He'll twist us up. He'll take us, and sometimes we will wrestle with God because we have to be broken in order for him to create something new in us. So Transformative speakers, I am looking for you. My partners, we're looking for you. Transformational speakers, vendors, coaches, whatever you call yourself. If you have a message and tools for my audience, because I just don't want you to come up there and speak and they're inspired. No, we want them to be able to work through what you have. So if you have the tools, also the message, come get with us. You can hit me up on Instagram. I am Whitney D. Smith.
Yeah.
Also Whitney D. Smith or Whitney Smith on Facebook.
Yeah.
Email us at info@women'sempowermentconference.com. Hit me up 914-715-7479.
That was
fast, but it's on the flyer. I got 2 numbers. So here, that number, the business number. Okay. So yes, go get it. 4th annual being held at the Watson Hotel in New York, New York.
Yes.
Let's go.
Wow,
it was
we're
sold
gonna
out
be in the
last
city
year.
this year, huh?
We're gonna be in the city this year. Yes.
Wow, nice.
Yes. So no excuses. There are subways, public transportation, the cabs, Ubers. No excuse. You can even walk.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna be cool.
Get there.
Get there. Let's get into this vibe with me movement. Don't want to miss it.
Yeah, the vibe with me movement.
You have your t-shirts, your sweaters.
T-shirts, sweatshirts, hats. Shout out to Tiffany, man. She
Everything.
just bought a t-shirt today.
That's cool.
Actually gave me $20 extra. And so, I just love what you're doing, and thank you for your guidance. So shout out to Tiffany, all the way in Florida, purchasing some Vibe With Me apparel.
Shout out, Tiff.
And again,
what up, Tiff?
Shout out to everybody that's wherever you are, all across the world, that rocks with me, vibes with me every morning. Repost the videos, share the videos, tell people to tune in to get this inspiration, to get this transformation, to get this God, to get my relationship with God, right? This authentic, raw sometimes, but that's my truth, right? That's my truth. I'm not living anybody else's truth. That's my truth from my experiences that I've encountered during this life. And I'm going to give you God based off of what I've been through, not based off of what somebody gave me. And every morning I'm blessed to wake up, I give people this vibe and this energy. And that's what Vibe With Me is all about. It's a vibe, it's an energy, and it's my authenticity, it's my truth, it's my freedom, and it's my love for God that I choose to share with people every morning. And I'm not going to change that for people who don't want what it is that I believe that God has given to me, which is a freedom and a peace with this connection that I have with God. So shout out to everybody who vibes with D Graham, who vibes with me, who rocks with me. I appreciate you guys. I'm extremely grateful for you guys, especially the people who purchase apparel. The people who post the videos, I'm extremely grateful for that, because sometimes you need a word. Everybody doesn't have money to purchase things and support things or whatever, and I understand that. But when you can send the video out and you can encourage somebody through what it is that I believe God has given to me, man, it helps somebody not take somebody's life, not take their own life, not hurt or harm a child, you know what I'm saying, not go into a job and just go crazy because an early morning video just gave you a different kind of perspective and a different kind of energy. I'm extremely grateful for that, man. I'm not in this for fame, man. I'm in this because I'm faithful to God, and that's what it's about. Y'all can keep the fame. I don't need it, man. As long as I got freedom and I stay faithful to my relationship with God, man, I'm content. God gonna continue to take care of me. So shout out to everybody who tunes in and rocks me with this Vibe With Me movement. Treasure, tell us about Trey Panage. What's going on? Let the people know what's going on with Trey Panage right now.
Trey Panage is a hair collection, a hairline that I have had for the last 3 years. It is treypanache.com, TREPANECHE.com. Instagram, TRE_Panache, PANACHE_collection.
There we go.
What does Trey Panache stand for?
Yeah. What do you do for the people who don't know you? This is their first time seeing Treasure.
I am a hairstylist for about 31 years, and what inspired me to start my own hairline was people would sit in my chair with this hair that they spent all this money on, and a lot of times it wouldn't last. After you would color it, it would get really trashy, or even melt on the flat iron. So I wanted to offer people a product that was usable for reusable for up to a year.
And I'm wearing the product.
And it is a great product, and my clients most clients are repeat customers.
Yes, I'm a repeater. I'm a repeater.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. I'm wearing her product. Thank you.
And she's wearing the Kinky Straight.
And I'm wearing a Kinky Straight. And
which
she
is
installed
a
it for me as well.
texture that
that's what BFS
that most complements, our texture of hair, so it looks more natural.
Yes.
Doesn't have that shine.
Nice.
It has more texture to it.
Nice.
All right. Thank you, Trey. But let's get into our Watch It Manifest March prayer call. We are still vibing with our prayer call warriors. We are still praying to God on your behalf Mondays and Fridays at 7 a.m. in the morning. The number is 515-739-1015. Passcode 383-812-662.
That's right.
We will be hosting the calls Monday and Friday. Tomorrow we are on our second day. Watch It Manifest March.
7 a.m.
7 a.m. 31 days of favor 31 days of prayer in January, 28 days of favor in February. Now we're Watch It Manifest March.
Yeah, we believe in this month that some new things, some big things are going to manifest this month right here for everybody who decides to believe, to pray, you know what I mean, to fight for something bigger and better than whatever it is that got you stressed out, bothered, feeling defeated, overwhelmed, whatever it is. That you want to make sure that you align yourself with some people who want something better and bigger for you. And that's what you got with Whitney and myself with our prayer call this month. Once again, we did 31 days of prayer, 31 days that turned into 31 days of power. Then it turned into 28 days of favor, 28 more days of favor, and people was calling in with all kind of testimonies about how God was moving on their behalf. Things was changing. It was powerful. It was a bunch of different conversations and testimonies that was going on, man. So here we are now going into the third month of the new year of 2019, and this is what we're trying to do. We're attacking each month with a theme, so that way we go into the year strong. We deal with the middle of the year strong, and we finish the year strong.
We're not playing.
Transforming, becoming who we supposed to be. Attacking the year, man, becoming, and just getting all of whatever it is that God wants us to have, man. That's what we're doing over here. We don't know what anybody else is doing. We're not in competition with anybody else. This is what we're doing over here.
We're adding because 2019 is going to be your best year, still your best year, and it's going to be our best year no matter what it started off as.
That's right.
It might have looked like it's still earlier in the year, even if it's July. And things look like a replica of 2018. I don't care. It ain't finished, right?
That's right.
2019 is still going to be your best year, and we're going to see it, some of it, not even everything. You don't even know what God has for you.
There you go.
You can't even see it. But we're going to see a little bit of the glimpse manifest in March. Right?
We said it the other day.
Love it.
God has an installment promise package plan.
The installment promise package
plan. The promises come through in installments.
Yeah, you can't handle everything.
You can't handle all of it at the same time. You got to give it to you in installments.
Would you even want? Do you really want everything that God has for you right now?
I can't handle it. So
I don't either because I know I want to make sure I'm prepared for it because I don't want to lose it. And not to say I would lose it, but I want to take care of what God gives me.
And I love a good surprise.
Yeah, I love surprises because that's what God does. He blows our mind.
God throws good surprise parties.
Yeah.
So I love those.
All right. But it seems like our spirit, because now we're in a segment of our spirit check, right?
Yeah.
It seemed like we're all maybe on heaven.
Yeah, I like that, Whit.
It seems like we have this positive energy, this positive vibe going on.
Spirits,
right?
Positive.
Yeah.
Focused.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm focused and I'm free.
Same here. We all
on the same page.
A great vibe, a great energy right now. Shout out to us.
Yes,
there
shout
we
out
go.
to us.
Round of applause for feeling good. It's late in the evening. We had a long, challenging, interesting day. But for the most part, we grateful that at 8:54 we are experiencing a positive vibe, a great spirit, a great energy. And we just focus on, this transformation and staying connected. And that's a dope vibe to be in right now. So that's the Spirit Check segment of the show. Now we're going to get into the What's Going On.
What's going on?
Hey.
Oh!
Hey, what's going on?
Do I hear? Wait. Oh, yeah. Come on, let's rock to that one.
Hey.
Ooh,
what's going on?
Oh, wait, real quick.
That's that good old Marvin right there. That's that speak to your soul right there.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Okay.
Look at the instruments. Ooh.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Hey, coming in on some good.
Hey.
Right?
This is the good news segment of the show right here.
We hear so much bad news in the world. You know, we watch the news.
Go ahead.
You know what I mean?
Cover your segment, Treasure. Go ahead.
I want to come with some good news.
There you go.
Cover your segment. Good news
today.
Good news.
Cover your segment.
Let's go, Trey.
Well, this is what's going on.
What's going on?
Marvin Gaye is getting a commemorative stamp from the U.S. Postal Service, which will debut on his birthday, April 2nd. He would have been 80 years old.
80 years old?
God rest his soul. The stamp was designed to mimic a vintage vinyl cover.
It looks just like it, too.
Right?
They did a
so
great
make
job.
sure y'all go out there and get y'all Marvin Gaye stamps.
Wow. Yes.
Shout out to the late, great Marvin.
Every month is Black History Month.
He is a great.
Oh, man. Keep the black energy, Black History Month vibe going. What's up, Treasure? You got something else for us?
And this is what else is going on. 22-year-old Toni Harris made history. She is the first woman to attend college on a full football scholarship.
Dang!
Football scholarship on a men's football team.
What football team?
Football team. She plans to attend Central Methodist University in Fayette, Missouri.
Wow. Yo, is that the first? Like, is she?
She's the first.
Wow.
And she also wants to, her main goal is to get into the NBA. I mean, the NFL. Excuse me for that.
Wow.
NFL.
Wow.
So she's soaring.
That's dope.
She is soaring.
Talk about we're in Women's History Month.
Women's History Month.
Yeah.
That's just right on time.
And that's so powerful because that goes with your theme. Go get it. She's breaking through.
She's breaking through. That is good. Yes,
she is.
Yeah, I wish I could get her to come to the conference.
She's breaking through right now.
And she had a coach that told her that she would never get to the next level because she was too small.
Ooh.
Thank God for those people that tell us that. We need
because that just made her push even harder.
Yeah. Thank God for them.
Yeah. So we got stamps. Marvin Gaye, shout out to Stamps.
Yes.
Right. We get to send out some good vibes, mailing stuff off, making sure it gets to whoever we mailing stuff off to with some good black energy, right? And then we got a powerful young sister who's breaking barriers. She heard she couldn't do it, won't be able to do it, did it anyway, man. And sky's the limit. We talked about that last week on the show. We started last week's show with Sky's the Limit, the late great Biggie Smalls song. Sky's the limit for her. So is there anything else on the What's Going On segment you want to cover, Treasure? Is that it?
That's it. That's what's going on.
Okay, that's what's going on. That's the good news segment of the show, man. On this show right here, we're not covering anything sad and bad, or rather negative. I like that better because we sometimes do have conversations where, we got to cover something that may be a little sad and unfortunately bad. But for the most part, we like to cover things that's going to be, again, inspirational, give you some hope, give you something that gives you an extra push, makes you smile. Because there's a lot going on right now, man. And I don't know if what's been going on is going to let up. So we have to, adopt mindsets and establish perspectives and strengthen ourselves spiritually to be able to handle a lot of this stuff that's been going on in this country and in the world at large. So the What's Going On segment of the show is definitely designed, man, to help people become more hopeful, more inspired with some good news that's going on in the lives of those who are experiencing some level of good in the midst of the challenges that we all are dealing with. So great job, Treasure. Thank you so much for that segment of the show. We are now entering into and approaching the segment of the show where we get into the topic of the show.
What is the topic?
The topic of today's show is, why does my healing hurt you? Why does my healing hurt you? Yes, why does my healing hurt you?
Oh my God!
So, that is what we're talking about today. And I think that it's a needed conversation that I think that we definitely need to have, because I think that people are experiencing a wide range of emotions, different mental episodes, going into deep thoughts about the changes that other people feel like they need to make for their lives. And it's making other people feel very uncomfortable about the changes that other people feel like they need to make. And we want to have conversation about that tonight. So before we get started into tonight's topic of conversation, why does my healing hurt you? The call-in numbers tonight are 914-968-6499 and 718-705-4959. The topic of conversation for tonight's show is, why does my healing hurt you? Why is my transformation hurting you? Why is my goals and visions and dreams and becoming a better version of myself hurting you? That's the topic of conversation. Give us what you think, Whit. What's your initial thoughts when you hear this question right now, Whit?
I don't know. I don't know. It's just I don't. Listen. Start us off.
Okay. You got something, Trey? You want to say? Like, what comes to your mind when you hear that question? Why does my healing hurt you? What comes to your mind when you hear that question?
God has taken you to another level, and it may not feel good to others around you.
It may not feel good to others around you
because you're not the same.
Okay. Come on, Whit. I can feel it. Go ahead.
No, I'm just thinking, and we just having conversation. So you guys are starting it off, and I'm going to jump in. Okay. So I'll go. I'll go.
Why does my healing hurt you? I think that it hurts because I want to empathize first with the person who's experiencing a level of disappointment or hurt, frustration at a change in the relationship, a change in the connection, right? I think that it hurts because we struggled together. We cried together. We got a history together, right? We've been through whatever it is that we've been through together. And I'm not used to seeing you in this new version of yourself that you're now wanting for yourself. I'm feeling abandoned. I'm feeling left. I'm feeling neglected. I'm feeling like I don't matter to you as much as I used to matter to you. And that's why it's hurting me. It's hurting me because I don't feel what I used to feel that you used to make me feel through this relationship, through this connection. So your healing is hurting me because I've been used to you being a certain way with me, and now you're not being that way because you now want to focus on addressing things that's going to make you better and your life better. And I don't know if I'm happy about that, but I know I feel some kind of way about it because you making me have to look at myself because I can't now probably have you the way that I'm so used to having you, and that's what's making your healing hurt me. What y'all think? Y'all want me to keep going?
Keep going.
Go ahead, Whit. I know you got something.
Go ahead.
No, I mean, I don't want to keep going, but I can't keep going. You know me.
I know. I think, as we focus, those people focus too much on the other person. That's the thing.
There we go.
I'm focusing too much on the other person, and that's why my perspective is so distorted. That's why I'm feeling that you're transforming without me, or you're healing without me, and I might feel a certain way because I'm so focused on you instead of focusing on myself. And at the same time is that if you're around me and you're transforming, why is it not inspiring me or transforming me? Like, what's going on with that? Because I'm so focused on maybe, because if I know if you get to that next level of that healing, if you get to that next level of that transformation process, if you get to that next level of really knowing what you're capable of and who you are, I'm scared that you might abandon me. But this perspective need to say, your perspective need to be, you know what? Once you get there, I'm going there with you. So I'm going to eventually transform with you, and I want to transform into, that person who's healed as well. So the thing is, we need to stop focusing on the other person and what the other person is doing, and start focusing on ourselves and say, you know what? Dang. Okay, if this is making me feel uncomfortable, if I'm feeling a certain way about it, why? Yeah. We need to assess that part,
What you
That's
think,
a good question. That's a good question.
You got something?
That's a very good question.
Oh, that's what you got right now?
That's all
okay,
I got right
and that's fine.
No, we need to assess ourselves. A
Um,
lot of people don't want to assess ourselves. We're busy just looking at whatever the other people doing, and we're so concerned with if you leave me. what happens when you transform, or I'm not ready to change, I'm not ready to transform, I'm feeling good in this normalcy that is hurting me, that is not doing anything to get me to that next level or bearing any fruit.
Okay, I love your contribution to the conversation, Whit. And let's give some context to this conversation, right? To try to again empathize with the person who's feeling, or who may be feeling, right? Because we don't know how somebody else feels if they're not telling us, right? But we're being hypothetical, right? And some of us are really dealing with some of these situations as we speak, and maybe have dealt with them previously or prior, right? And because it's the past, we probably don't give it much thought because we are in whatever it is that we're in, right? But we're gonna give some context to this conversation. As a person who has been left in relationships, and as a person who has lost loved ones, right? I can empathize with the person who feels like your healing is hurting me, your vision is bothering me, because I'm coming from a past where I've been intentionally or unintentionally left. I've been abandoned, right? Or I felt abandoned. I felt neglected. I felt these different emotions as a result of certain departures that have taken place in my life. So now that I've connected with somebody who I was able to have some kind of connection or some kind of closeness with, along with the abandonment issues that I already have, along with the neglect issues that I already have, along with the trauma that I already have and things of that nature, now you saying that you want to work on these things about yourself, it now makes me feel a certain kind of way because your healing reminds me of who also left me. So I want to again insert that, right? Because that's where people probably are coming from when they say that they feel some kind of way. That's what we say nowadays, right? I'm feeling some kind of way. I'm in my feelings right now. But they don't really sometimes always specify why they're feeling some kind of way. The feeling is always about what you're doing. The feeling is never or rarely about what history, what past they're coming from that has given, that the abandonment, the neglect, or whatever it is, issues that we all kind of struggle with to some degree. Right. Mm-hmm. I know for myself, losing my dad at 15 years old, I have abandonment issues. Right. But ever since I started my relationship with God and I started to nurture my connection with God, I'm aware of the issue. So I try my best to make as much time for my connection with God. We got a caller. Who's on the line? Talk to us. Who's on the line?
Hi, this is Yamilia.
Hello, Yamilia. How you doing?
Hi. Hi, I'm good. I just wanted to contribute to the conversation, and I may have a little lag because I'm listening on my computer. But, I agree with what you're saying, Dwayne.
Okay.
But I also feel like when you're changing and when you get into this cocoon, as they said last week, where you're working on yourself and you're dealing with the hurt and the pain and just sorting everything out, it makes people uncomfortable because you're working on yourself and you no longer have time to sit in the hurt and sit in the pain and wallow in it with them. You're changing while other people are not changing. And that's what makes them uncomfortable because they want to keep you down with them. Not everybody who experiences hurt and pain and, tribulations throughout their lives decides to turn that into a positive. A lot of people like to play the victim. So when you decide to pick yourself up by your bootstraps and, keep it moving and forge in a positive direction, people are just not going to like that. Some people, the people who are not for you, will not like that because it then forces them to self-reflect. Well, why can't I do it? Why can I make these things happen for myself? Why do you think, why are you the one who gets to do X, Y, and Z? So they feel left behind because they're not willing to do their work.
That's good.
That's really good.
Before you go, let me give you this because I feel everything you just said, what I'm about to give you, we got a new feature that we inserted into the show, right? So I want to give you this real quick because I feel like this speaks exactly what you just said.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I like it.
No, you know what you said. Wait, do it again.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
You know what? It's so crazy because we talk about a lot about this. What you said on our prayer call.
Yeah, we do.
You know what I mean? Because the thing is that in last month, we had our prayer call. The theme was favor, and we were declaring and decreeing, right? We weren't talking about the problem. We weren't talking about the issues. We were declaring, decreeing about the solution.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's the thing. When you are changing, you know, you don't want to sit in anyone's mess. You want to empathize with them. You want to be there for them, give them an open, ear and just listen. But at the same time, like I was telling them on the prayer call, like we've been speaking about, I'm not going to spend time talking about who left, what happened, because I that keeps me reliving that past and sitting in it. I ain't trying to sit in that stuff no more.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of sitting in it. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got no time for that.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad you called in because that's the thing. It makes people feel uncomfortable because we don't want to sit in it with them. They want us to sit in it with them and play that victim role or give them the pass to play the victim role. I'm not giving you the pass no more. You got 5 minutes to be in your feelings. Now you need to get out of it. Keep, until you get to that point where you can pass those moments.
That's good.
We ain't got no time for that because life is too short. So it's not only about the people that don't know us, that are uncomfortable, but you'd be surprised. It's the people that's in your inner circle and around you that gets the most uncomfortable about your change.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm just saying, but I agree with everything that you're saying. You gave me all that passion. You just gave me some real life energy.
Yeah, thank you.
Because, when you think about it, I think about my 2018. My 2018, I could, for lack of a better word, it sucked. I had brain surgery, lost both parents. I was just in a rut. It totally sucked. But out of that came huge transformation. I don't want to use the terminology, I took a loss, right? But
no, you didn't.
I experienced great loss and great hurt and great pain. And in that loss and in that hurt and in that pain, it forced me to look at myself and see myself, the good, bad, ugly, indifferent, and it forced me to change and transform. And in that transformation, I realized, not to, use foul language, but the people around me wasn't met. They weren't for me. They, the people that I had in my circle or my closest, those were the ones who were pulling me down the most. And I was so deep in it, I was not able to realize it. It wasn't until I went through these deep valleys and just, the worst points of my life that I had to realize, these people are not for me.
Thank God I was afflicted, right? Thank God I was afflicted.
Had everything been hunky-dory and my life was just fine, I would still be around these losers, not doing anything. No shame. But just not really elevating myself. For years I've been saying, I want to work on my PhD. And I never got started. It wasn't until just, a couple of months ago that I finally enrolled in the program, finished my first semester. So I'm doing these things.
Yeah, girl, you doing it.
For myself, but had I not experienced that, and had I still had those same people in my circle tell me, no, that's too hard. You got the kids, and you got work, and no, you sure you're gonna be able to? I would not have been able to progress and to transform.
That's good.
Oh God, thank you so much.
Such a powerful, and that's why, real quickly, that's why Whitney and I use the word transformation more than we use inspiration, right? Because we just listen to a transformation take place. I'm pretty sure she had periods where you was being inspired, even though you had that energy around you, but for the most part, you needed a transformation. It's the application after the inspiration that sets the stage for the transformation. And as you now transform, go ahead. You got more. Come on,
I had zero inspiration. I had no inspiration. I was so uninspired. I had never in my life had been as uninspired as I was in that point in my life. Wow. It was just that I had to do something. I knew I had to change something. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just starting over. I'm starting over. I'm just going to start over. I'm uninspired. Right now I don't have a clear vision. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, but I know I'm supposed to be doing something. So
you know what?
That's it right there.
You
That's
had
it.
that. You were inspired because you knew you had to do something different.
That's it.
So it just didn't look like the inspired that you used to maybe hearing about or seeing in yourself.
That you associate with inspired.
That you associate with inspired. But you were already inspired, girl, because you knew you had to start over. Yeah. You were tired and it had to be something else other than this. Mm-hmm. So, you know.
And you had to fight back.
I did.
Thank God we both ain't got those sound effects in front of us, because that's would have been all night sound effects.
You had to fight back. You had to throw some punches, and you know what?
And you threw them punches,
look at where
girl.
You at
Look
now.
where
you
are
in
you?
your first semester of your PhD.
Word.
Round of applause
after
for you.
All
Thank
of
you so much.
After all of what you've been through.
Yes, for that testimony. That is
Thank
so
you.
profound and so powerful.
I hope you join us tomorrow on our prayer call.
Please call into the prayer calls. Thank you for calling in tonight.
Absolutely.
Extremely thankful and grateful.
That was good.
That was a word
for
right
that
there.
story, man. And I believe that somebody, needed to hear that. I know we definitely needed to hear that. But again,
you woke me up.
I think that back to the, not back to, but, for lack of better words, back to the topic of conversation in regards to the healing and hurting. Have a great night. Thank you so much.
Have a good one. Thank you for calling in.
The healing hurts them because, like she said, they don't want to put the work in.
And
right? They don't want to put the work
anymore.
in. And then they want to make you feel guilty for not sitting in that space with them. But all I tried my best to do was communicate, not from excusing, right? But being able to empathize and give an understanding viewpoint to those who are in that space. And the language that I like, the word that she used with and treasure is vision, right? There's the scripture says that the people perish when they have no vision. And so people who feel hurt as a result of our healing, for those who are on the side of healing, it's like either they don't have vision or they've lost sight of the vision. And you have to have vision in order for us to transform together.
You know what? And I don't want to make it seem as if we don't have a heart for those who are going through the pain, and it's hard to get out of what you're, going through. Because, during my breakup, last year, for the entire summer, I was going through, and I felt like I was in hell. So the thing is that you remember, right? And the thing is that I was speaking to people that was, that I was giving them my stuff. I was speaking to God, but I also had my friends like you guys talking to y'all every day, like, I can't do this. Or, the case, so I don't want us to sound like we're not empathizing with you. And it's definitely hard. And I'm just thinking, because I was sitting in my stuff while I was calling other people who didn't have that stuff. So I was bombarding all of y'all and other people who ministered to me during that time. I was, bombarding with all my stuff. And at one point, is if I didn't have those listening ears, if God didn't allow your ears to be open and the other people that minister me, their ears to be open, who would have known if I would have gotten out of where I was? Eventually I would have, because I know the fight that I have in me. And I know at one point I'll get tired on my own, but it sped up the process, I feel, for me. But I didn't want to stay in that rut anymore. I didn't want to stay there. I wanted that pain I said, God, whatever lesson I need to learn out of this, hurry up. I need to learn it now, because I don't want to stay here. So I knew that. I didn't want to stay here. So eventually I would have came out of it.
But I think it's two things with what you just said. You want to say something to that, Treasure?
So I don't want to feel, saying, yeah, you can't sit in your stuff. You can't have your moments. No, you have your moments.
I think it's okay to have your moments, but I think you need to have it and move on.
Absolutely.
Not stay in it and wallow in it and cry about it. Take it for what it is and move on, because God has something, obviously.
Oh, he does.
Obviously, something else for you.
Yes, he does.
And I think that the word again is vision, and it's a few words. It's vision, it's fight, and then it's also connection. I think, to your point,
connection is huge.
I think it's important for us to also make the connection that you not only did you have your moment, right, and had to deal with that disappointment and heartbreak and heartache, you was connected to the right people who didn't let you stay in that space, right? Sure, go ahead.
All right. So, yeah, I want to shout out for those individuals who are in my corner that was connected to me at the time, right? Or still connected to me. Shout out to all y'all that ministered while I was going through.
Yeah, shout out to everybody, man, who holds us down when we go through whatever it is that we go through along this journey. But again, from a teaching perspective, I think that it's important for us to highlight that connection is important, vision is important, right? And fight is important, because that vision that we have, that God gave us, showed us, and told us, it can't stay in our mind and in our prayer life. It has to materialize. It has to hit the ground. So whatever disappointment or heartache or whatever the situation is that puts us in certain spaces, we have to understand that, you know what, I got to be connected to the right people. I got to have this vision on my mind all the time, right? And I have to have some fight when these things take place, because if I don't have those three things, what's going to happen is I'm going to become the person who's in my feelings about someone else who's healing and who's taking those visions to those next levels. When I too I have the ability to do the same thing. And I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it because I'm allowing my emotions to take precedence. I'm allowing my emotions to become more important than the vision. I'm allowing my emotions to become more important than my relationship with God. I'm allowing my emotions to become more important than, these connections that I have in my life where I'm wasting time. And then we've been saying this word over these last few days, urgency. We have to have the understanding of this sense of urgency, because you don't know, none of us know what else is going to come.
Yeah, right. And something else is going to come.
And that's life.
So it's
does. Like, I think that, I'm just feeling some kind of way and I just got to have this moment. And if I'm sitting in this moment feeling whatever it is that I'm feeling, I'm human and I'm entitled to all of it. And you think that you're going to have a certain, we think that we're going to have the amount of time that we want to have to deal with the moment. We're not factoring in other things that can take place, whether that's a death of a loved one, some kind of sickness, a fire, an accident, debt, fired, something. Life, I say it all the time, life does not care about how we feel. No, and it doesn't ask us for permission to say, can I hit you today? It just doesn't ask us. It shows up however it wants to show up. So we have to move with a sense of urgency with these visions to deal with the challenges that we are dealing with. And if we don't, we find ourselves in our feelings mad because other people are able to do what we choose not to do.
Yeah. It's so crazy because remember when our guest Carl was on the show last week, and I was like, gosh, I wish I would have came up with that idea. Yeah. I wish I would have came up with that idea. And he said exactly, he had to move on his vision because somebody else would have came up with that idea. Yeah. You know what I mean? So whatever God, and if you're sitting in your moments for too long, if you're sitting in that brokenness or whatever you're experiencing for too long, you're going to miss. There's a possibility you can miss
absolutely
what God has for you, or delay it, or at the same time is that you are so focused on where you are or somebody else's healing that you're not focused on the visions that God is trying to birthing you or trying to use you, because his visions will come to life. Everything that he needs for it to be done will come to life. Yes. He'll just say, you know what, Whit, you can't do it right now. I'm going to give it to Dwayne. I'm going to give it to Treasure. That's right. You understand what I'm saying? So he's going to get the glory. Wow. Regardless, his assignment is going to be completed. His visions are going to manifest regardless if he uses you or not. But you know what? God, I want to be used. Let it be me. I want to be the one to be used.
You know what? Wow.
Don't pass me by. I want to carry it and birth it.
I got to say this, and I never ever had this thought until this happens all the time.
I want PC.
You got it, because we connected for life.
What's that stand for anyway?
Whatever. Right.
That's all we said.
Right. So here's the thought that you just birthed. You gave birth to, right? And I'm not gonna put my legs on the desk like I did before.
Don't.
I'm not gonna give birth to that, right? But what if the visions that God gives us are visions that He gave somebody else?
Ooh.
And they didn't do it.
And they didn't. They didn't move on it.
What
really good.
What if that's what it is?
I don't even want to know.
What if?
Because I'll be mad.
What if he gave go get it to somebody else and they didn't move, and now you doing go get it?
God, I'll be kind of upset.
You know what I mean? Like, so, like,
man, like, why you give that to me first?
You might be in your feelings,
Yeah,
right?
I'll be in my feelings. Why you give that to me first,
Big time. But I never ever had that thought before. What
That's
if
really good.
What if that is how God moves? So you think that, you know what? Nah, God don't move like this, that, and the third. Like, so you sitting somewhere and you looking at something and something comes into your mind that you know is normally not your normal thought. It's not your normal thought. Your normal thought is your routine. You looking at everything wrong, what you can't do, what you want to do. You looking at everything wrong. So when something bigger than what you normally thinks about, what if that's God saying, I'm going to take this out of so-and-so's mind because they not doing nothing with it, and I'm going to put this on so-and-so's mind because they are ready to move this thing to the next level.
And I know they're going to move it when they get it. I know they're going to move on it. Once I put it in their spirit, I know they're going to attack it.
So that's thank you for that.
And is that a chance we want to take?
I don't want to take that chance. I
don't want to take that chance.
Don't take anything away from me. I want every vision, everything that you got, because I know you giving me that vision. You're gonna make those provisions. So you already got your hands down.
So since we insert that into the conversation, right? We insert that into the conversation because you said not that we're being insensitive to those who have those moments in their feelings, right? Or we're not being empathetic, right? But at the same time, we can't extend that level of empathy for a length of time because me sitting with you in something that you don't want healed and fixed and corrected because you want to stay in your feelings, and God done gave me vision, and now I'm not moving in urgency with the vision he gave me because I'm sitting with you. Now he take it from me because I'm sitting with you. He gave it to somebody else. So now somebody else is moving with the vision God gave me because I was sitting with you. Or because you wanted to stay in that emotional space because you didn't want to move with the vision that he gave you. You allowed what you was going through to become more important than the vision that he gave you. And just imagine if that's how God moves. Just imagine if that's how that happens.
You just never know. You just never know.
So my point is, we can't sit with you for long, and don't sit with me for long.
Yeah,
how about that? Let's go there.
Too.
Don't sit with me for long if I'm sitting around crying and complaining.
No, I don't want that.
Check me. Hold me accountable, Dwayne. You got to get up. You got work to do. And shout out to the brother called last week because I finished writing everything that I needed to write, and now I'm in the next phase of the book because that conversation inspired me to say, let me get this done before somebody else does it.
Yeah. Shout out, Carl. You getting shout out
for that sense of urgency.
Yeah. You know
he put that out there.
He used Carl to put that fire up underneath us. Yes, he did.
And I needed it because I felt like I wasn't doing nothing. I said I gotta get on my tail. I got a whole bunch of stuff. But and listen, when you're connected to somebody that has vision, you're connected to that person.
Yeah.
So if you're connected, I want to be connected to people who have visions and who have dreams, because I know that if you're going to the next level, you know what? I'm coming with you.
Yeah.
I'm coming with you.
I'm going
too because I'm connected to you.
What do I tell you guys all the time?
What?
She's coming.
She said she's coming.
I'm coming.
Said, y'all not
we don't
leaving
got time. We don't have time to sit in our stuff. And we don't have time to be hurtful or feel abandoned by somebody's healing. Let's congratulate. I'm glad you where I want to be. Right. I'm glad you're not sitting there anymore. I want that. I inspired to be there.
That's good,
I want that. You know what? Let me congratulate you because I know one day, although I am sitting in here, and I know you tired of me sitting in this stuff, but I know I'm going to get up. If you're talking that language, that futuristic language, then I could probably sit with you for a little bit longer because I know you see something that's on the other side. Mm-hmm. I know something I'm not going to be here for a long time. I'm hurt, but I know I'm not going to be hurt forever. Then I could sit with you longer than just sitting with you. You're not talking transformational language.
Yeah. I think that's important, man.
Yeah.
And
it's a good conversation.
Yeah, that's a great. I think. I was about to say that. See, that's that connection piece again, right? We definitely have to have a part two, because there's so much that we have to discuss and cover with this conversation, because we living in a time where. Just like quotes and 1 minute, just outbursts and frustration. People are like grabbing hold of these negative narratives, right? These unfruitful, unproductive quotes and quote. They're supposed to be inspirational, but they're not really transforming anybody. It's just like people are just jumping on them, and it's like there's nothing new being birthed. So this conversation, I believe, is a healthy dialogue that needs to continue to take place, because we want you to experience the healing and transformation that will set
and
you
up
for you to be able to operate with the vision that God gave you. Even if you don't know what it is right now, there is vision for your life. There is purpose for your life. You are not still, whatever age you are, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years old, still here with no purpose. It's nowhere in the world that the creator, the mysterious force given the name God, is allowing you to wake up every day and still have you here just to roam the earth with no sense of purpose. No, there's some form of purpose. There's something powerful with your name on it, but you don't know what it is. Like I didn't know what it is because I was allowing my emotions and the hurt to imprison me. But once I made that mysterious force given the name God, my God, and I sought that God and I seek that God and I nurture that connection, and then that God starts to connect me with good people, and then I start to heal, and then he starts to show me things that he trusts me to carry out. That's important for you to understand, that he only going to show it to you because he trusts you to carry out. But you have to make a decision not to allow your emotions, not to allow the feelings that you have about what went wrong, what did happen. And I'm not saying it like it's easy, because many of us have been through some very, very harsh, brutal, traumatic experiences that many people sometimes just can't or feel like they can't get up from. So it's important for us to understand that we need God in order to get up. And once you get with God and stay with God, you then will have the ability to take that vision to where God wants you to take it to. But if you don't do that, you will be the person who will be in your feelings, because the people that you got cool with, who was hurting like you, they leaving. Because they want what God wants for them, because they tired of sitting where y'all been sitting that's not producing nothing new.
And they want what God has for you too. They want what God has for us.
That's good, Whit.
You know what I mean? It's not just about them if you connected to the right people.
Yeah, it's about us.
Yeah, it's about us.
Yeah.
So if you can't move right now, go ahead and sit in there, but I'm going to move. But I ain't going to leave you out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go ahead and do what I got to do. But at the same time is that I'm going to be moving, and eventually I'll pray that you move with me.
And I gotta give a quick story real quick. Steve Harvey said something one day on one of his shows, right? Somebody interviewed him, right? And he talked about one of his childhood friends who, Steve Harvey is how we know him to be, whether you like him or not, or whatever the case may be, whatever. That's besides the point right now. But he told a story about how one of his childhood friends, clearly he put some work in, Steve put some work in, he's transformed, he's living this lifestyle, whatever. But one of his childhood friends is not transformed. So he went and, brought him out, from, Ohio, whatever, that's where he's from, Cleveland, Ohio, he's from there, whatever. And he brought him out to wherever he was, or whatever the case may be. Booked him in the hotel, got him and all that or whatever. Something happened where the brother came to the hotel, got into an altercation with one of the people that work in the hotel, ended up, I think, punching the person in the face or whatever the case may be. So it gets back to Steve. Now, Steve feels bad because this is my man. But his man is not able to,
he's not
handle that level.
That's my point, right?
Yeah.
So his man wasn't transformed enough to live on the level that Steve is now on.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sorry that you're going through, and I may want to bring you with me, but you're not ready to live on this life moving that kind of way. So I bring that story in real quick to just simply say, if you're not transforming, I may not be able to come back and get you, because I don't trust you to sabotage everything that I done worked hard for and that God done blessed me with, because you my man, because you my girlfriend. Because you don't have the character, the attitude, the heart, and the energy in order to function and manage life on this level with being connected to me.
But we're gonna pray for you.
Yeah, we definitely gonna do that.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna pray that you get up. I'm not gonna pray and bring you with me if you still the same.
No, we're gonna pray that you get up. That's the whole
go.
thing, and you're inspired by us getting up and moving forward. So stop.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's 9:33. It's time to end this joint.
Let's end it, man.
We love y'all.
Thanks
God
for
bless
tuning in.
everybody. We pray that this conversation inspired you, transforming you.
There you go.
And God bless everybody.
We'll see y'all next week. Thanks
Peace.
for tuning in. Conversations with Whitney, Dwayne,
and
Trey.
Treasure.
Treasure's in the building.
All right. We out. Peace.
Good stuff. Ooh, that was great.